Petrowski plays it to Goss on the far side. Keep the point. Walsh, shot, score! Walsh from the point on the far side. Was it knocked down? I don't know. But the Bulldogs have taken the lead for the first time on the weekend. They lead 1-0.
Had to get that shot off quick from the point, as there was a lot of bodies coming right to the point to rush the shot. So you see the replay here. Petrowski wraps around, goes to the point. Quick shot. Probably got deflected. That one sailed over almost everyone, but Buffalo unable to see it. Gets deflected down in the net. Bulldogs 1-0 lead.
If anyone said that it would have been Mitchell Smith, who will wait on Mark Rivas' announcement, but there is a review coming. I'm assuming it would be something about a high stick.
Yeah, it's probably what they're going to look for, just to be on the safe side, but see how what the refs come away with after they see it.
So they're going to go down to the control room, take another look at this one, and what they're looking for was it played by a high stick? And I think they may be looking at the stick of Petrowski.
Looking at the stick of Petrowski, he is the one who definitely got his stick on it. It's a matter of if his stick was too high.
Jaden Petrowski, a 6'2", 190-pound sophomore from Irving, Texas. Played with Sioux Falls in the USHL. Trying to add another letter before coming to Yale. In the starting lineup last night, missed much of the beginning of the season with injury. But now back with the Bulldogs, and that's what they're looking at on the far side.
Made an impact as a freshman on the ice, but also to the fans as well with that long flowing red hair as a freshman. A lot of games for him last year, but have you mentioned limited time on the ice this season due to injury, but back recently for the Bulldogs. He's made an impact for Keith Lane's squad.
8 games played this year, has not scored a point. But nonetheless, an extensive review now going on. But that's what they're looking at. Was that puck played by a high stick? Glad you could join us here on the Ivy League Digital Network on a Saturday night, senior night at Ingles Ring. This will be our final men's hockey Ivy League Digital Network broadcast of the season. But lacrosse season just around the corner. Softball, baseball, all the other Ivy League sports that are played when it's a little warmer outside, plus some basketball left to go. You can watch the Ivy League Digital Network on your computer or mobile device, or why not check out those Roku or Apple TV apps, or you can watch it on your television at home. Get high definition sports, Ivy League sports, on your television. And it's another look at it. It was a good swing from Anthony Walsh, and Petrowski. Did he play it with a high stick? It was called a goal on the ice. But a long look at it here.
Probably got to zoom in as far as they can if they're looking at it from our angle. And also have to factor in the height of his stick. Crossbar usually being the measurement for a call like this.
John Hayden, Yale captain, draft pick of the Chicago Blackhawks, has a decision to make in a few weeks, hoping that the season is extended. I know he wants to play professional hockey, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind playing a few more weeks in a Yale uniform.
Sure, he wouldn't mind a few more weeks in the Yale uniform, and include that a trip to Lake Placid, site of the ECAC semifinals and championship game for the past few years, extended to another 3 years. Yep. Just added a new scoreboard and Jumbotron in there this past week.
It's going to be nice. The weekend of the 17th and 18th of March, when the ECAC hockey men will crown a champion. Also, alumni weekend this weekend. Coming up at the first intermission, we'll be joined by one of my former classmates, Yale hockey class of 2012. Charles Brockett will join us in the first intermission. That's all coming up, but a lengthy review here.
It's a longer break than we usually get for the ice scrape.
They're not doing that either. at this point and are reviewing a goal scored by, we believe, Anthony Walsh from the point on the far side. Just waiting on the officials to emerge. Tom Steinel and Kevin Curtis, the referees tonight. They're both under the hood, if you will. With 7:49 left in the first period of what is either a scoreless or a 1-0 game.
We had a goal reviewed last night, too, that for a few minutes there changed the outcome of the game, but in the end, not really. But
changed the momentum of the game at the moment, no doubt. With Harvard scoring and then having the goal taken away, it gave Yale a second bit of life. But nonetheless, Harvard able to prevail 4-2 over the Bulldogs. And that's been one of the storylines, Rob, is this Yale team has struggled on offense. You know, we were talking for so long that Yale would get out in front early, and then the other team would come back and make things interesting. But Yale, in now 5 straight games, have only been able to muster a pair of goals. And that has bit them in all of those contests. Since the home game against Brown here at Ingalls Rink, that was back on January 28th, the month of February has been an offensive slump for the Bulldogs. They got 2 goals in a loss to Princeton, 2 goals in a loss to Quinnipiac, a pair of goals to come back against Cornell, and then a pair of goals in a loss to Colgate. That Yale controlled momentum in that Colgate game for the majority of the first 2 periods before falling in the third.
it's like a bit of a snake-bitten month for them once they reach that 2-goal mark in the game. And not the best time of the year to get snake-bitten. With the playoffs coming up, you know, the standings, they were at one point in contention for a first-round bye, and that is out the window now. Now they're playing for that home ice in the first round because
It's a